pile of waxes. So we're going to start these up. That's what we do. Hopefully they don't fall down. So I grabbed these off of an eBay, and I had brought a bunch earlier, and it was a mixed. There's some. I guess I could have. I didn't video it or document all the stuff, but whatever. We'll see what we got here. So again, it was on eBay, and I brought a bunch earlier. And what this seller does, he actually gives you he'll send with you a bunch of like a 50 sleeve of just different stars, all stars, Hall of Famer cards. And they're actually not too bad. They're actually some, they're all a lot of them are Hall of Famers. So, all right, we got a little Bowman, Dan Gladden, Mike Marshall, Ricky Henderson. Can't complain. You get a Ricky out of the gate, right? You get a little Ricky Henderson card. Darrell Hamilton, Eric Shaw, Todd Benzinger, Mike Rochford. I don't know. There's a little Donnie baseball. Got so many of these. I'm not saving that one. Johnny Ray, Frank White, Inky, Pete Incavilla. Everyone would have been happy back then with an Inky card, right? It's still reconnecting? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. If it was. It's we do live stuff. You get phone calls. Jay Aldrich. This is again 88 Tops. There's an Eckersley. George Hendrick, Rob Ducey, John Smiley, Rick Russell, Ozzie Guillen, Mark Ryan, who the heck is that? Mike Davis, Gary Renicky, Plezak, Gino Petrali, Jack Lazurko, and Bob Brower. I'm trying to see if it's working on the YouTube channel. Hopefully it is. Gum looks pretty good, right? Still in shape. You got a little gum drops on the bottom of this one. Kelly Gruber, Terry McGriff, Fred's younger brother, Jesse Barfield, Guy Reedus, Jim Pavotis, Doc Edwards, Billy Doran, Jeffrey Leonard. Win a trip for 40, 89 spring training. John Cangelosi, Jim Rice. What kind of year Rice have here? 19 homers. A little Rice to the side. Jim Shebelhorn, Jim Wynn, Darling, Joaquin Andujar, as I like to call him, walking underwear. Brian Smith. Tomorrow I'll probably do that 90s box of Fleer. Astros leaders. Alan Ashby, Mike Maddox, not the Maddox we're looking for, Buddy Bell. Tito Landrum, Reds leaders. Ken Griffey, Cal Daniels, Joey Cora, Ed Lynch. There's a little Ellis Burks rookie card. I'll always like the little gold cuppers. Johnny Grubb, Willie Upshaw, Lincecata, and a Chuck Rim. It's grim. It's grim that we're going to get a good card out of the gate here. See what happens. Kurt Wilkerson, Gary Gaetti, Tom Browning, Greg Booker, Eric King, Natalie Hammaker, John Mitchell, Moose Haas, Willie Hernandez, Mike Dunn. Should I say the Mike Dunn rookie card? Pat Perry, Tom O'Malley, Tony Phillips, Bob Boone, Albert Hall. I don't know. Maybe they were opened. Who knows? This one's opened a little too easy. Mike Marshall, Dennis Rasmussen, Vance Law, Glenn Braggs, Bud Black, Joel Skinner, Frank Williams. There's a Walt Weiss. There's a Canseco All-Star. Mookie, Mark Parent, Bob McClure. There's a Donnie Baseball. Can't complain when you get a Donnie Baseball card. Everybody likes a little Donnie Baseball. Jeff Sellers. And our last of the tops. 89s. Again, no, the gum looks in good shape. My son wants me to put all the gum in a pile and like eat it online or something. I don't know. Tracy Jones, Charlie O'Brien, Charlie Paleo, Tony Fernandez, Little Rags, Guidry, Manager Card, Jim Schneider, Lee Salazar. Company Store, Willie Frazier, Dave Clark, Tim Laudner, Mike Gallego. White Sox leaders, Lemke and Steve Lyons. We'll move on to these little guys here. I'm gonna bounce around. That's what we do. No, I got some racks packs. I'll save those for another day. Ed Sprague, Fetters, Darryl Kyle, Juan Berenguer, Checklist, Pete O'Brien, Kent Merker, Charlie Huff, Eddie Murray, the old steady Eddie. Checklist, Kurt Stillwell, Larry Walker. How good was that 94 Expo team? Him, Grissom, Alu in the outfield, Carlos Baerga, Brett Barbie, Record Breakers, Wilson Alvarez, rookie no-hitter, and a Jeff Gardner prospect card. Keep my Fleers in one pile. I kind of separate them. I have these boxes. I just don't know what to do with all these guys. Ron Gant, second mo. He's an outfielder here. Remember, he's second baseman. Rich DeLuca, Scott Livingstone, El Cid, Hubie, Ventura, Kelly Gruber, Rags, Benzinger, Jason Grimsley, Larry Cassian, Al Leiter, Rick Honeycutt, Dan Pasco, Darryl Hamilton, Stan Belinda, and a David Cohn record setter. Ties NL record strikeouts. I don't like that card. Back to a tops. Man down. We'll skip the tops. At this Stadium Club. See what we get. Anything good in the stadium. Jeff Gray. Tim Sphere. Luis Rivera. Brian McRae. Larry Anderson. Dan Garler. Rob Deere. Jose Guzman. Ryan Bowen. Reggie Harris. Danny Tartable. Andy Van Slyke. Paul Gibson. Checklist. And a Dan Billardello. Dan Billadello. Dan with two N's. All right, Dan. Spanky LaValor. Bob Scanlon. John Oren. Old Blackjack McDowell. Checklist. Mike Jeffcoat, Stan Javier, Terry Steinbeck, Candy Maldonado, Kevin Brown, Bernard Gilkey, Shane McAtack, Kevin Reimer, Ricky Bones, and a checklist. No, nothing good in there. How about a little Cello? 79 cents. Back in the day, Ken Williams, Luis Medina, Julio Franco, Bruce Hurst, Devo, Jay Buhner. I'll save that little card. Jeff Pico, Spike Owen, Greg Matthews, Vince Coleman, Checklist, Dante Bichette, Ron Kittle, Larry Anderson. A little gum action. Steve Lake, Dennis Boyd, Nasty Boy Rob Diddle, Flanagan, Sil Campuzio, Tom Prince, Brian Harper, Ellis Burks, Mike Maddox. And a bunch of nothing. Ernie Rollins, Zane Smith. Oh, that's a garbage pack. It happens. Got a little Donruss. A little Donruss to wet the whistle here on the first day of February. Donnie Baseball right on top. I didn't even look. Didn't even look. Mattingly. Followed by a Schmidt. You know, if you'd watched the other videos when we opened these Donrusses, Mattingly and Schmidt were always, they came back to backs. George Frazier, Dan Lepper, Jay Howell, Scott Perry, Mitch, Randy Reddy, Candonati, Gladden, Newell, Scott Bales. We got a little checklist kind of stuff. I'll put those up there. I got a bunch of those. Dave Stewart. Anybody collected all these? I got them like, it's got to be mint condition. Willie, Thosha, Thuman, Honeycutt, Brock Raines, Ruben Sierra, Kevin Elster, rated rookie, Steve Buechele. There's a Brett, Storm Davis, Dave Clark, Rick Cerrone, Mike Marshall, Brookins, Senior Smoke, Jose Mesa, Pascal Perez, Bob Brower, another Kevin Elster, Larry Parrish, Frank White. Hey, couldn't get two Mattingleys? Nah, whatever. We got a Mattingly and a Schmidt and a Brett. Let's hit this Fleer, $1.99 back in 1991. You know we got our stickers, baby. Look at this. We got 4 stickers. It goes right in my sticker pile. You know we've been cracking a lot of old packs. Because we got, this is like an 82 or something. We love our old stickers. Not sure what I'm going to do with the stickers. Dennis Boyd, Luis Aquino. I love the banana cards. Sachs, Jay Howell, Garlitz, Rick Shue, Scott Anderson, Mark Einhorn, Bob Wall, Julio Franco, Hoyles, Uncoils, Stan Belinda, Joe Bover, Bankhead, Mike Marshall, Scooper, Perry, Poole. Yikes. There's a Biggio. Banana Biggio in the house. Tettleton, Carl Rhodes, Ron Carglass, Kelvin Torv, Gilkey, David Wells, Turner Ward, Gary Ward, Pete Smith, Troy Avenir. All right. Jim Abbott, Robinson, nobody. Junior Nobo. Okay. Leyritz, Samuel, Robbie, Fetters. It's a Larry Walker card. Dave Island and a Jeff Conine. Back to the 88s. I like these cards. I don't care. I'm saying it. Pat Perry, Rick Russell, Frank Tanana, John Crook, Walt Weiss, and Dave Otto, Nate Snell, Rich Rodriguez, Galarraga. We see a little Andreas Galarraga, big cat action. Charlie Liebrandt, prospects: Greg Jelks, Tom Newell, Jimmy Key, Keith Miller, Brian Dowling, Glenn Wilson. See what we got. Pedro, Cecil, Andres Thomas, Boddicker, Jose Cruz, Hal Reynolds, Lee Tunnel, Walt Terrell, Mark Ryle, Pete O'Brien, Candy Maldonado, Plunk, Jones, Oil Can, and a Doc Gooden. 15 and 7. 20, let's see, 17 and 9, 24 and 4, 17 and 5, 15 and 7. Old Doc Gooden. Could have been. Tried to sneak past you. Yeah, I figured, you know what? I was kind of bored. I'm like, you know what? I can do it later, but I'm going to do it right now. I want to rip into these packs. They're staring me in the face. Tony Gwynn and Vince Coleman. John Morris, Ron Kittle, R.J. Reynolds, Steve Lombardozzi. All-Star Eric Davis, Jeff Treadway, Einhorn, Gene Garber, Peddleton, Crawford, Wallace Johnson, Carmelo, Raffi, and Jim Wayne. So I picked these up, I was saying, on an eBay lot. I've done it before. They're okay. Rigetti, Patterson, Al Newman. It's fun to open them up. Kentron, Diaz. Maybe we get a good card or two. We got a couple Hall of Famers. There's our little Ryan Sandberg. Kevin Kaufman, Lee Guterman, Matt Williams, and Jeff Robinson. This one opened up pretty easy. Let's see what's going on in this guy. Steve Finley, Terry Poole. All right. I mean, opens up easy, but you get a McGuire. McCarthy, Ron Robinson, Nelson Sandoval, Presley, Robbie, Checklist, Jay Bell, Gene Harris, Pendleton, Rob Murphy, Mark Davis, and then Stan Javier. Javier, Javier, Javi. That's me singing Zombie, but I'm saying Javi. We're just having fun on Tuesday. Dickie Thon, Rance Mullenix, Doug Drabeck, Jeff Reardon, Little Pakcs, Waltero, Dan Schnatzleider, Lance Parrish, Henke. We got a Kelly Mann and a Dave Hansen prospect card. Jose Gonzalez, Gino Petrali, Dave Martinez, Gubiza, Dante, Al Newman, and a Dean Wilkins. Cards are Billy Sphere, Tom Flyer, Rick Luckin, Mark Carrion, Felix Ramin, Spuds McKenzie, Sabo, Dan Pasco, Quisenberry, Ron Nichols, there's a Strawberry, Maliki. It's a Glavin card. Well, Tommy, Bam Bam Mullins, Greg Hibbert, Steve Bouchel, Driff. Well, we'll go with that. Sosa first, and then a Dreadway and a Sean Hallman. Nice Royals card. Frank Tanana, Bruce Hurst. There's a Player of the Decade, Dale Murphy. I'm going to save this little Murph card. It's kind of nice. It's good shape. The nice thing about when you open all these puppies, they're all pretty solid. You know, they're not always gem mint, but they're, you know, Maddox. But they're pretty much in good shape. Reese, Apier, there's a guy Carter, a couple All-Stars there, Hall of Famers. Jose Rijo. We got a starter and stopper, Mark Gubiza and a Jeff Russell. Ken Hill and a Rich Yet. Not yet, not any super duper cards yet. Oh, the bananas are back. Kevin Moss, Joel Perry, Burse, Wally Joyner, Troy Efron. I had that guy before. I never heard of him. Roman. There's a Rippy. Ryan O'Neill, Tom Edens, Johnny Ray, Danny Tartable, and a Travis Fryman card. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. Anybody remember the banana splits? Listen, I'm 40-something, and they're before my time. Little Yankees will take it. Jeff Conine, Greg Grayback, Greg Harris, Dwight Smith. There's an Ozzie Smith. Julio. There's a Larkin and a Bobby Bowe. Joe Bitker, Von Hayes, Pettis, Lee Brandt, Checklist, Pico, and Pedro Munoz. Well, even, you know, even it's a top condition, you know, sometimes like you have like gum on the back, or, you know, maybe they're unopened, but they could have been sitting in somebody's basement and got water, so they could be in bad shape. Who knows? But I know I was reading somewhere was like, just because they come out of a pack doesn't mean they're gem mint 10s. I mean, like, what are you talking about? Look at these cards. I mean, like, Tom O'Malley. Dude, you're a gem mint 10. I mean, they're crisp. Move on to some Donruss. Bob James, Gino, Minton, Joe Hessek, Eric Plunk, Chemtron, Angel Salazar, Tracy Woodson, Sam Horn, Tim Stoddard, Bill Matlock. There's absolutely nothing in that one. Nothing going on in 88. What do you say, Michael? How are you? 91 Fleers we did. Not much in the banana Fleers. Jeff Blaser, Dave Stapleton, Ballard, Billy Hatcher, Mark Davidson, Rich Leach, Reed, Manny. Not Manny, we're talking Blaser, Gant, Lake, Jeff Calhoun. These are, you know, again, you buy this online, you know, you never know what you're getting. Well, I get a Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer, Henke, Dan Gladden, Jim Sundberg, Bill Allman, Rick Manning. Rick Manning, no relation to Rex Manning, because Rex Manning Day is, you know, if you know that movie, Empire Records. 88 Fleer, Mark Race, yeah, and the rookie set, the updates. George Hendrick, Dewey Evans, Ernie Riles, Carl Nichols, Dan Petrie, Dave Anderson. Like these, Dave Stewart. Like these packs kind of open up real easy. Jody Reed. So, you know, you don't know if someone's, and this is anything. Like, have they been opened? Have they been resealed? I mean, you don't know. What am I going to do? Yeah. Mike Scioscia, Claudel Washington. Oh, I get a, Lee Smith, Hall of Famer. There's Robin Yount. There's a Kirby. I mean, there's a Pudge Fisk. You know, we got a couple, not super, but they're Hall of Famers, right? Tom Browning, Mark Davis, Craig Lefferts. The Donruss. So I need to go. Yeah, my son wants me to like save all the gums from all the packs. I'm like, really? Of course, we got some issues there with the sticker. Well, Kirby, we got plenty of Kirbys in the 90s. McDowell, Doyle, Ivan Calderon. Darling, Lilquist, Mickey Tettleton, Vance Law, Lemke, Hilligus, Jerry Reed, Dave Clark, Ron Jones, Brian Holton, Chili Con Carne, and a Rick Rona. Oh, the Rona. That guy be having a great time living with that name nowadays. There's a Nolan Ryan off the top. Bruce Hurst. There's a Griffey Jr. All right, we got a Nolan Ryan and Griffey Jr. Isn't really that bad here for 1991. Kevin Tepani, Daner Pleasance, Saberhagen, Fitzy, Henneman, Belcher, and we'll put the piece over there. Willie Stargell goes over this way. Steve Sachs. Here's a Tino rated rookie. I'll save the little Tino. It's a nice card. Candiotti, Ken Oberfeld, Dan Pasco, Danny Jackson, Polonia, Balicki. There's a Rocket. It's a Rocket followed by a Smoltzy. Bob Malachy, Delano Shields, a Checklist, Kevin Belcher, and I got to say the Chuck Finley's. I threw a Chuck Finley card in my son's lunch today. I said, no matter what you do, Sam Axe is with you. Any burn notice, right? I bring up burn notice all the time when I find the Chuck Finley card. Funny show. We found it on Netflix. Then it was on Prime. Now it's on, I don't know, Hulu maybe. Mickey Tettleton. There's a little Kirby. Roberto Kelly, Jeff Montgomery, Segui, Bennis, Stillwell, Dr. Dirt, and Mr. Clean. Dykstra and Dale Murphy. Dale Murphy on the Phillies, huh? Jamie Quirk, Dave LaPointe, Carlos Hernandez, Lemke, Barry Bonds, and a Clemens MVP card. All right. That's not too shabby there. Griffey, Clemens. Got a Smoltzy. I think we got Nolan Ryan there. Louis Soho. Louis Soho. Roy Smith. You know I'm going to bust into 80s and 90s tunes when I can. Joe Klink. There's a Dale Murphy on the Phillies. John Orton. Checklist. Jeff Cott. Kevin Mitchell. Russ Swan. Tim Wallach. Jimmy Crimmins. Gerald Alexander, a rookie. Neil Heaton and a Rob Ducey. The deuce is loose. All right, we're going to move on to these little guys here. What do we got? 90 upper deck, I guess these are. Not sure what I'm looking for in 90s upper deck. Definitely not looking for Jack Clark. Jose Aquindo. Keith Moreland. Don Carmen. Larry Sheets. Alan Anderson. Hessick. Sticker. Mark Gubiza, Randy Clement, Ron Hassey, Tim Burtis, Yankee Checklist, Mariners, and then Jim Abbott. Terry Steinbeck, Dennis Cook, Tom Brookins, And Tom Brookins was on the Yanks. I don't remember. Roberto Kelly. I remember him on the Yanks. I was upset when they traded him for Paulie O'Neill. I was like, the guy hits 300. What are you getting rid of him for? Mariano Duncan, I should say. Jack McDowell, Eric Hetzel, Joe Orsulak, Bob Welsh coming up. Jeff Brantley, Tracy Jones, R.J. Reynolds, and a Will Clark. $0.84 at Walmart. Richie P's got the last for me. Tracy Jones, Eddie Whitson, Darren Jackson, Cerruti, Freddie Lynn, Terry Pohl, Randy Kramer, Luis Quinos, another Jim Abbott, Langston, Tom Browning, Marty Barrett, checklist. Nothing in these, guys. You got the O for Upper. O for Upper Deckers, Jeff King. Like Ron Jones. I don't even remember opening these things. I never opened these as a kid, so I don't even know where these guys. Juan Gonzalez, what is this, a rookie? It's got to be his rookie card here. It's got a little, right? Is that what that is? Little Juan gone. I don't even remember these guys. Did not even open them as a kid, so when I see them all upside down and flipped, I don't know if it's Todd Worrell, if it's a Fugazi pack, Frankie Viola, John Oren, Spike Owen, another Joe Orsulak. Could be some packing shenanigans going on, who knows. Right, the Wangan cool looks pretty cool, right? It's some kind of a minor league sign or a rookie sign, I don't know. So we're looking for what? Upper Deck Griffey. Oh, Jeff Fasaro. Here's a Moose. Take a Moose card. Orlando Merced. Mark Wynn. Galarraga. Bruce Hurst. Maybe, you know what? Let's see this Big Cat card here. Nine homers. For the juice got loose. Bruce Hurst, Glenn Braggs, checklist. Greg Olson, Raffy, Bolton, Strawberry, Arthur Rhodes, checklist, and Donnie Hill. Auto Reggie's cards. Yeah, why do I feel like I'm not going to find out Auto Reggie card in these packs? Rick Honeycutt, Kevin Morton, Lou Whitaker, Ellis Burks, Kent Merker, Sammy Sosa. This is a Sosa on a White Sox card. Talking Hall of Fame, I don't think Sosa's a Hall of Famer. Ivan Calderon, Joe Carter, Junior Ortiz. It's another Will Clark. I got Will Clark coming out of my eyeballs. Alfredo Cordero. Rookie checklist. We know who that is. Is that Jim Tomei? Tomei and who? Chipper? I don't even know. Ryan Klesko? There's a Teddy Williams baseball hero. That is a social rookie? That's a social rookie? This is his third year. In 90, I mean, there's a 90 White Sox. He had 153 games. Maybe this is just his first card. '93 Upper Decks. Jeff Parrott. Marquise Grissom was a pretty good player. Milado Perez. Willie Mays traded to the Mets. I gotta say, man, these cards are like, these are nice looking cards. Danny Tardival, Mickey Tettleton, Mark Whitten, Chili Davis, Lenny Harris, Walt Weiss, Pat Howell, Mike Magnotti. It's a checklist. Manny Alexander. This is the rookie checklist card. Who's the rookie checklist? Who's that? Is that Tim Salmon? I don't even know. Going to move on to a little 93 Leafs. That was his first upper deck card. Okay. Man, these are terrible looking. Carlos Quintana, Eric Young. Here's a Pudge Fist, though. We'll take a little Pudge. Todd Worrell was a decent reliever. Remember him back on the Cardinals. The Sabo. Charlie Liebrand, Willie McGee, another St. Louis Cardinal. Here's a little Edgar Martinez. The second-year card, I guess. Ivan Calderon, Jim Abbott. Look at the cut job on that puppy. No name on the bottom. It's cut off. That's an error card. I thought that guy on eBay were good for, what, 2 or 3 grand? Terry Pendleton. It's a little Wally World on the Royals. Frank Tanana. Eric Hansen. Wes Chamberlain. Barry Bonds. A Dibble. A Darryl Boston. Chuck Finley. You know I got to put the Chuck Finley away for my son. Jim Abbott. There's a nice Donnie Baseball. I'll take a Donnie Baseball card any day of the week. Mike Felder. Richie P hit me with a wow. What card's a wow there? What card was the wow, Richie? Moving on to 92 Leafs. 92 Leafs. Checklist. Rob Deere. Todd Hundley. Those are little goldies, I guess. Dave Henderson. Scott Leyes, Charlie Hayes, Greg Olson. Derek Bell, Sean Dunston. There's a George Brett. Tuffle, Kyler, Oral, Leo Gomez, Kevin Reimer. I refused to buy the Leafs as a kid because they were Canadian cards. Like, why are we selling Canadian cards here in America? Can't we have regular Donruss? Oh, the horrible cutoff. Yeah, was... All right, another 92. Darrell Hamilton. You got Joe Orsolak, Gerald Dibble, Mil Kyler, another Oral, Van Poppel, Lee Smith, Pete O'Brien, there's a Larry Walker, Luis Polonia, Reggie Jefferson, there's a Coney, there's a Kirby Puckett, and Pat Kelly. Another Leaf. I guess this one is Series 2, 1991, it says. Although, honestly, I kind of like these cards. I like the way, I mean, they're similar to 2 years. They're back-to-back with the, there's a Frankie. Dennis Martinez, there's a Roberto Alomar. Frank Thomas and Alomar out of the bat, I can't complain. And a Randy Johnson in the same pack. That is not too bad. Ron Darling. I mean, what could be the capper on this pack? Pat Kelly Gold, Jeff Robinson, Ray Langford, Gary Carter, Bob Walk, Vincent Peleos, Junior Felix, Pasco, Brooke Jacoby, Steve Chitrin, Flanagan, Charlie Huff, Jeffries, Tommy Green, Ahenke, and Gilberto Reyes. I can't complain about those 2 Leafs when we got a nice little run. Should we run to the scores or should we go? What do we got over here? Let's go back to these studio. Bagwell's a rookie I'm looking for. Well, this is 92 studios. I mean, they're just so. I mean, this is kind of a crappy picture, you know, compared to these newer ones. I mean, but Royce Clayton, Dean Palmer, Donovan Osborne, Lee Smith, Mitch Williams. I kind of love Mitch Williams with the freaking thing on his head. Danny Tartable, Jay Bell, Straw, Brent Main, Tim Wallach, and the Count Robin Yount. Studio. Studio. 91 O-Peaches. Now, O-Peaches, I mean, they're the Canadian tops, right? Look at these things. Kirk Gibson, Mel Rojas, Terry Pendleton, Dave Smith, Scott Sanderson, Lance Dixon, and Gary Carter. I mean, 7 cards in a pack? What kind of nonsense is that? All right, Pinnacle, 92 pennies. I tell you what, I got some pennies. I put them in the right in the sleeve, like just because it's black. Look, I got a Ripken right on the bottom here. You know, I put them in the, just because I think with like even the Donruss, they can get so mangled up right out of the gate because they're black cards and the edging and everything. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. Mickey Morandini. There's a Paul Molitor. Got to sleeve him up. Dykstra, Matt Williams, Todd Zeal, Mickey Tettleton, Darren Dalton, Dutch. Karros, rookie prospect. Sean Berry. I'm not going to say that guy. I'm going to save that idle card. Brian Harvey, Doug DeCenzo, Mike Deverex, Dibble, and a David Segui. But something about like the older, well, I don't know why I'm going to put this guy in a sleeve right away, but I don't know. Whenever I get the, like any of the Donruss or any kind of cards with like coloring, especially, these, I sleeve them just because I don't know. This card's 30 years old, right? 92. I don't know how many years ago is that. Basically 30 years. It's not even it's breathing fresh air for the first time. Could be a waste. I don't care. Someone will want them down the road when I'm low and gone. Yeah, 80s and 90s, big box. It's like $100-something. But there was a good, probably 100 packs. Dave Smith, Scott Erickson, Carlos Baerga, Devo. There's a Donnie Baseball. George Bell, Roberto, Hernandez, Royce Clayton. Here's a Ricky. Ryan Barber, Jerome Walton, Tanana, Bud Black. Skeeter Barnes. There's a Hawk and a Canseco. I hate stopping to sleeve these guys up, but I got it. They're just darker colors. All right, am I done for sleeving them? I don't know. I mean, a couple of you guys are watching. What do you think? There's something about a brand new card, especially one with the like this. I mean, I know probably Pinnacles aren't even a. I mean, who made Pinnacle? Is that just a name? I thought it was like a Topps runoff. Is it something else? I don't even know. O-Peaches. Here we go. 5-card O-Peaches in a bag. Lenny Dykstra, Kenny Lofton, borderline Hall of Famer Kenny Lofton. He's pretty good. Junior Nobu, Kamenicki, Cecil, Smiley, Witten, Orlando Merced. Back to some 91 Fleers. What are we looking for in Fleers here? 91s. Barry Larkin. Hall of Famer. Jeff Reardon, Cal Daniels, Henneman, Mark Portugal, Juan Samuel, Billy Spheres, Paulie O'Neill, Jeff Montgomery. Here's a Rhino, Petrie, Blauser, and a Dutch Dalton. All right, not dumb? Okay. I didn't know if people would think like, look at this wacko. And again, I'm more of a collector than like trying to invest and trade or sell guy. I mean, listen, do I want to get rid of the stars or commons I don't need to make, instead of having space? I just want to throw them in the garbage. Eric Hansen, Gallego, Tanana, Olin, Checklist. Lance Johnson. There's a Glavin. Jerry Brown, Mark Race, Mike Devereaux, Chris Sabo, Tom Bernansky, and Ramon Martinez. I call him Mike Devereaux a lot on here, folks. That's just what I do. Can't stop me. It's my show. I'm having fun. Unfortunately, we can't be playing 80s music while we open these up. Or in this case, 1991 music. Stan Belinda, Corey Schneider, Kurt Young, Don Robinson, Gary Pettis, Scott Ruskin. There's a Joey Bell. Like me some Joey Bell. That was good. Dave Johnson, Tony Pena, Henke, Brad Arnsberg, Kevin Seitzer, Jim Gantner. Should I go through 10,000 cards and find all the old managers? Let's have a manager pile. Another Paulie. Jeff Montgomery. There's a Rhino. Another Rhino. I'll take a Rhino. Dan Petrie, Blauser, Dalton, Depani. There's a Bo. I'm sleeping my Bo right out of it. I like Bo. I forget what a great athlete that guy was. Well, it's definitely not meant to be. Bo Jackson. Don Slaught, Rich Garces, Pagnazzi, Greg Jeffries, Dave Martinez, and the Leyritz. Yeah, Bo just gets better with age, I guess. All right, 14 Fleer Ultra 2s. Look at these hot messes. Brett Barbary, Scott Bankhead, Gary Varsho, Alex Fernandez, Charlie Liebrandt, Jeff Juden, Errors Caros, Kim Batista, Rich Gedman. Can't even read this guy's name. Brian Downing. Errors Caros, all rookie. Jeffries, Pettis, and Swift. I'm not a big, glossy and whole. Exactly, right, collect? I mean, that's the thing. Someone want them. I mean, I got, just say what, 10,000, 15,000 cards, all mint right out of packages. Bob Murphy, Nagy, Bobby Rose, it's Pete in disguise, William Sufro, Chad Kruger, Mike Morgan. I got good eyes, and some of these reflections are just bad. Paul Gibson, Darren Fletcher, Norm Charlton. Charlton Dibble Myers, the old nasty boys. Kevin Ritz, Hector Valenzuela, Mulatto Perez, Junior Nova, Ken Hill, Freddie Benavides, Tom Prince, Marvin Freeman, Brian Williams, Steve Wilson, Andy Ashby, Mike Perez, and a Chris Nabolts. Chippers in here, huh? Well, so far no chippers. No chipper. No chipper dipper. Mark Davis, Craig Shipley, Corey Schneider, Matt Young, Willie Banks, Mike Bordick, Ivan Calderon, Brian Cochran, Dan Plezak, Checklist, Candyman, Radinsky, Junior Ortiz. Coming into the home stretch, 88 score. Ken Herbeck, Henke, Baboon, Nikisaski, Moose Haas, Ron Oyster. Let's put our little things over there. Mark Wassinger, Kurt Ford. Teddy Simmons playing a 41 on the Braves. Kelly Gruber, Keith Comscott, Mike Scott, Greg Booker, Charlie Moore, Mel Hall, Lee Tunnell, and Rick Manning. I'm actually going to leave these. Yeah, I'm running out of room next to me here. Pudge rookie. Is that what we're looking for here? Score baseball. 9 score plus Super Baseball card album plus 9 score 1988 cards and 12 plastic storage sheets. Only $10. Coney, Drebeck, Hojo, Jose Uribe. There's our guy, Bo. Do you remember? I do. Rick Mailer, John Moses, Steve Bushell, Chris James, Ken Dixon, Castillo, Mike LaCrosse, Oral, Jim Wynn, Claudel, Carmen, and Gary Matthews. So I'm going to roll right out of this, put the packs in the garbage, all the wrappers, and then head on over to Midday Money. Bill Doran, Vince Coleman, there's a Barry Larkin, Steve Lombardozzi, Rafi Palmero. Do you remember Tiger Stadium, September 14, 1968? I do not. Jim Morrison, they thought he died in a bathtub, and here he is. Teddy Higuera, John Tudor, Neil Heaton, Steve Jeltz, Paulie Molitor, Scott Sanderson, Jeff Sellers, Tom O'Malley, Darrell Boston, Ross Jones, and Les Lancaster. I got to tell you, these scorecards are they're kind of ugly. Look at this. See this on the back? This guy looks like he's scared for his life right here. Scared for his life. I like Cal Daniels, Doc Gooden, Bobby Bowe. Again, you'd be happy with this back in 1990. Bobby Bowe, Cal Daniels is a good guy to go year. Remember 1943. Doug Sisk, Dale Schwem, Last Striker, Andres Thomas, Alan Anderson, Melito Perez, Herm Winningham, Kanzalowski, Manwaring, and Doug DeCenzo. That's why he's confused. He's like, man, hopefully I can make the team. All right. Benito Santiago. There's a Wade Boggs. Craig Lefferts, Jody Davis, Jim Whalewander, Jeff Robinson, Mark Gubiza, Alan. We just get this pack. Ryan Holton, Al Newman, a rookie, Tom Gordon, Charlton, and Alomar. Do we save these little rookies? Nah. Move on to another pack. 1989s. Darnell Coles, Willie McGee. There's Rice Aroni, Billy Swift, Henry Cotto, Paulie O'Neill. 1975. I was a year old. Gary Carter, George Bell, Barry Jones, wrong Barry on the Tim Burtis, Manny Trio, Mike Boddicker, Wrigley Field. There's a Boggsy and Jug Jones. Hubie, Jose Uribe. Is this the $1 million Uribe card? Probably most of those sets, the majority of the rookie cards came in the updates and trade sets. Exactly. Odabe, Galarraga, Rob Murphy, Tim Laudner, 1971. Chuck Grimm, El Cid, Tom Niedenfuhrer, Tim Belcher, Junior Ortiz, Mike Jackson, Dennis Lamp, Al Leiter, Wrigley, and a Boggsy, Wade Boggsy Boggs, our guy again. Back-to-back, same ending on the packs. 1990. Jeff Russell, Greg Harris, Derek Lilliquist, the MVPs, 1986. Tyler Houston, prospect, Wallace Johnson, Tommy Glavine, little Glavine card. Luis Quinos, Tommy Herr. He was just Tom Herr here. He moved on from Tommy. Dale Mahorchuk. Steve Bedrosian, Bedrock. Ken Herbeck. Lonnie Smith, Gary Eve, Mark Garner, and Mike Hartley. I don't understand. Series 1, Series 2. What the heck? What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing? Rich Dotson, Bob Walk, Alejandro Pena, Jose De Leon, Tracy Jones, Danny Jackson, the MVPs from 1983. This is a Will Clark. Will the Thrill. This is a thrill on the back, too. Nice. Jeff King, Ron Darling, Benito Santiago, Gary Pettis, Don August, Alfredo, Jesse Orozco on the Indians. Series 191s. This is it. Last 3 for me. Mark Langston, Todd Stottlemyre, Todd Burns, Sean Bosky, Coney, Langston, Moses, Otis, Spanky, McCullers. World Series Trivia, 1911. I'm sure I'll get that one right. Carlos Quintana, Bye Bye Balboni, Schmitty, Mickey Hatcher. Some of these, I mean, like, they're so atrocious, like the coloring. You try to organize stuff. I try to keep my scores together and everything all together. Blackjack McDowell, Terry Mulholland, Andy Hawkins, John Tudor, Tim Naring, Prospect Howard, Morandini, Dan Smith, nothing. Charlie Hayes, Spanky again, really? Lenny Harris, Hassemacher, and Mike Hanneman. Well, not much. I mean, we got a couple Hall of Famers, but no really standout kind of cards here. Saberhagen, Franco, Bobby Thompson, Lee Guterman. That's actually all right. You know what? I'm complaining, and then we get a nice Musina prospect card there, #1 draft pick, and we get a Ricky Henderson All-Star. So, Eric Davis, Mackie Sasser, Les Lancaster, Steve Crawford, Reynolds, Chris Gwynn, Ron Gwynn, Mark Race, El Cid, and a Steve Farr. And that's that. On to Midday Money. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Bye-bye.